Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Gold and Silver, presenting the Commodities Corner, presented by myself, Phil Carr, and Nick Kelsey at the Gold and Silver Club. We've had another interesting week this week, so we've got lots to cover today. The live session will include a review of the commodities markets this week. We'll be looking at our top trade of the week, our top three trades of the week. We'll be covering live technical analysis and trading, identifying highly profitable trade setups. We'll look at the week ahead, so we cover the key events looking forward, and of course we'll be answering any questions you may have too. So the big news this week, and we hope you caught some of this move, is that gold price hit 4-month lows, whilst palladium rallies to 2014 highs. So we've seen gold price ending the US trading session at a 4-month low on Thursday, as worries about the political friction in Eastern Europe subsided amid signs that the US economy continues to recover from a winter slowdown. So gold has hovered around $1,300 an ounce for much of the past month, and as the simmering conflict between Russia and Ukraine stoked appetite for the safe haven, we've seen in the wake of the weekend, the presidential election in Ukraine, hopes that the new leadership could help to resolve the current conflict, easing demand for gold. So we've definitely seen a nice sell-off today. We'll take a look at the gold price very shortly. Feature in the marketplace recently has been the falling US Treasury bond yields as well. So bond yields have fallen to the lowest level in almost a year. So this indicates the gold market could have potential to reach a bottom soon. And elsewhere, palladium has been the best performing precious metal this year. So the persisting strikes in the world's second largest producer of palladium, South Africa, since January 23rd, have continued to push prices higher, sending the precious metal to multi-year highs. So moving into next week, traders are shifting their focus towards the US non-farm payroll report next Friday. We'll be doing with you a post-non-farm payroll special on that, looking at all the setups which occurred after non-farm payroll. And that's scheduled for release on Friday, the 6th of June at 1:30 p.m. BST or 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so before we go into it, I'm Phil Carr, professional trainer and speaker. I am the co-founder and director of the Gold and Silver Club. I specialize in teaching people how to make money from trading the most lucrative financial markets in the world, so gold, silver, oil, the commodity currencies. I've also trained thousands of individuals to become independent traders and successfully manage their own investment portfolio, and I'm responsible for the research and development of the Gold and Silver Club trademark strategies that have a proven track record of generating returns for traders. Also a regular contributor to a number of financial publications and speak at numerous trading seminars, webinars, and workshops. Joining me on the call is Nick Kelsey. Joining me in running the Gold and Silver Club is Nick Kelsey, professional trader, investment analyst, and speaker. Nick began his career within private wealth management in 2002 before making the transition into proprietary trading. And prior to co-founding the Gold and Silver Club, spent over 5 years coaching professional fund managers and traders internationally for some of the world's top-tier hedge funds and investment banks. And through his first-hand relationship with some of the world's most successful traders, discovered the formula, mindset, and tools that can give any individual the definitive edge to trade in any economy. Also regularly writes for a number of global business and financial publications, and we've appeared frequently on financial television. That's a bit of background, guys, on the Gold and Silver Club. We'll look at the price now of gold. We're currently trading at $1,252 an ounce. So we're pretty much near the weekly lows. We'll take a look at that on the charts very shortly. Before we do so, we'll look at the top trades of the week using the Gold and Silver Club signature trading strategy. So there's been 3 top trades of the week on each on precious metals and agriculture, and also the energy. So first of all, on the energy, natural gas this week, we had a really nice breakout on earlier consolidation that we had at the beginning of the week, very simply, and that also we managed to close pretty high yesterday after the storage inventories had an initial dip down, then came back up again. That was a very simple rise trade, entering for the price to be about 4.410. We've just continued to build up momentum to the upside on that gas. We'll take a look at that very shortly, what we expect into next month. Gold, well, this has been great this week. So we've had a couple of opportunities to short gold. Now, we discussed this on last week's webinar too, that pennant formation as the price on gold was just coiling up, ready for a breakout. So the more the price just consolidates, especially if you've got a pennant formation, as it becomes more and more coiled up, if you like, it just becomes more consolidated, get tighter volumes, tighter and tighter, then we're ready for a burst and a breakout. In this occasion, we broke out to the downside, was an opportunity to either enter short at the break of the trend line or the next support there, which you can see on the yellow line on the chart. So we had two trade opportunities there to get in, and it's just sold off massively. So that was just a trade. Sell at 12.87. There was also opportunity to sell at 12.60, 12.68 as well on a break at that level. Okay, and then also coffee. Coffee's been a great trade this week, continuing the downward momentum. We'll take a look at that shortly. Just again, a sell trade. Price to be lower than 182. Came up on a trade at that level. Another opportunity to sell short. So that's been very profitable this week as well. The soft, we're continuing to see downward pressure on corn, wheat, and also coffee. So we'll take a look at that on the technical charts. Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, we're going to look at the rise and fall trades at Barney.com. So very simply, if you select rises, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly higher than the entry price. And if you select falls, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly lower than the entry price. Okay, the price just needs to finish 1 pip in our direction in order for us to win the entire payout on these trades. Okay, so that's the sort of trade type we are going to be looking at. So we'll go over to some live technical analysis. We'll look at some live charts at the moment. I've just got the US dollar index highlighted at the moment. We're continuing to find support, which is putting a bit of pressure here on certainly gold and silver at the moment. So we'll take a look at that. So what we want to do, just go over to gold at the moment. So gold looking pretty bearish on the day currently. I mean, we'll probably pick up momentum here once the US market opens. I'd really like to see gold break below 12.50 in order to have another sell short. So you can see that pennant formation that we built up that finally broke to the downside there. Hopefully you can see that quite clearly. So we had that pressure. We had an upward trending support channel, downward trending resistance channel, and we've just come down and broken through that. And now on the daily there, it's looking like another bearish candle. We'll take a look at that very shortly. Silver too, we finally broke through that consolidation we discussed. So you've got, again, a pennant formation here. Got higher lows, lower highs. We've come down to a pennant here, and then we broke the low of that. So we broke the low of the trend channel. We've just come down and sitting around the 19 level at the moment. Getting a little bit of support actually at the weekly lows here, bouncing off 1881. So we'll take a look at that very shortly as well, see if there's any trade opportunities there. If we take a look and we go over to the oils, on WTI crude oil at the moment, we're continuing to get a consolidation above we're continuing to break out to higher highs at the moment. We're getting a bit of consolidation since we got above the 102.37 level. So this consolidation that we're seeing at the moment should get a resolution soon. We're either going to break 102.37 for a short, or we'll break out to the upside for a long. We'll just take a look. There we go. We're actually starting to move now on Brent crude oil. So we'll keep an eye on that. Brent crude oil definitely just needs to come down and take down this support at 109.45. Then we can see a nice trade. We'll see if we get that during the course of this webinar. Also, liking the continuation of these coffee shorts. We're continuing to be in quite a strong downward trending market here on coffee still. We can see that's moving pretty nicely. Just take a look at the wheat market as well. So wheat, I do like the sell. We've been on a sell wheat all week, but I do like this for continuation. We've come down to a support level this morning, which is ripe to get broken now. So I do like just to follow the trend on wheat here. We broke through a key moving average this week, earlier on this week, and we just continued the momentum down. We broke through Fibonacci support. We've come down. I'm looking just for the price to come down on retest here, 629. So 62392 and 62185. So I'm actually going to take a trade here on wheat for the continuation of this sell short. So very simply, I'm just going to go to sectors, and I'm going to go to the wheat index. I'm just going to go out to the 1150 contract. I'm going to go into this. We'll see how far we can go out on this. Just $2,000 payout, 5 hours. It's probably going to be 3 or 4 hours on this. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So I'm looking at 81% payout there. Pretty decent. So I've got a bit of a retracement here as well. We can see the overall trend is very much in a downward trend. We've broken below key moving averages. We're just looking to take it down to the next key support level now. So I'm just looking for a short to pick up momentum here over the US session. So just get best price again. And we'll take that 1,100 deposit for a $2,000 payout over 4 hours. Okay, good. So that's been done. Right, next, just going to take a look at the corn market here as well. Corn, very similar situation, to be honest. We've got a downward trending channel, nice inverse hammer forming on the daily. We're still way below a lot of key moving averages here. I'm looking for a move really to come down to the 464 level here. I think we're just going to continue this downward momentum today on both corn and wheat. So I'm just going to look at that as well and see what percentage payout I've got. Okay, so 81% payout on corn too. You can see this downward trending channel, which is pretty much intact. Nice inverse hammer, which should pick up momentum over the US session. Again, I only need this to finish one pip lower than 469.25. I'll win the entire payout on on this. So I'm going to go for corn as well. The softs are very much in play today. They've been selling off quite a lot over the course of this week. I think we're going to just close into the month at the lows here. So I'm just going to go for a sell on corn 2. Brilliant, that's been executed. So we do want to note, I mean, we're going to get a little bit of a drop possibly in volatility here today because it's the last trading month of May. So we'll start seeing a lot of fresh money come into the markets again from next week, which could cause some reversals on some of the markets. But at the moment, looking to follow the overall trend here, a lot of these markets. Natural gas, let's just take a look at natural gas. Natural gas did get quite a nice move actually yesterday on the natural gas storage inventories. We had a consolidation, very quick drop down to a key support, and then it just rallied back up again. On the daily at the moment, I am looking for continuations to the upside here at the moment, opportunities to get in on that. I don't see any signals to actually trade that at the moment, but as we go into June, I am looking for breakouts to the upside on natural gas above these Fibonacci levels here as well. We go over to the copper market. Copper actually looking pretty interesting. Make sure you join us for the copper market webinar we're going to be doing this month as well. Actually, sorry, next month into June. We're going to be doing a specialist webinar just all about how to trade the copper market. So you definitely want to catch that webinar. Okay. So copper at the moment, we're continuing to stay within this upward trending trend channel. So we've had that on copper really since we bottomed out mid-March here. So there are opportunities to get in off this if we come back down to lower end of the trend channel or to go long copper here. We're just looking for the next signal really on copper. So we've not quite got that at the moment. I do favour the wheat setup, the corn setup for a sell short at the moment. Looking at coffee here as well. Yeah, coffee is still looking pretty weak here, and we're still staying within this downward trending channel here on coffee. I think we're in wheat and corn at the moment, so we'll take a look at coffee, I think, as we go into next week now as well, and see if it can do any damage to the upside, get any breakouts from this downward trending channel. But at the moment, the downward trending channel is prevalent. Right, let's go back to Brent and see if we've got a sell signal here. Let's just take a look. Yeah, I need Brent to come down and just take out the 109.45 level at the moment. So you see it's coming down. I just need it to come down, break that level below. We'll just look at WTI, see if there's any setups on WTI. Yeah, we're actually starting to get some sell signals here on WTI as well. Getting a close below some MAs. WTI, yeah, I think we really, ideally for confirmation, want us to take out the lows of yesterday here as well, because we might just get a quick bounce and then come back up again. So that's what we just want to watch out for here on WTI. So here's a support level. I'd like just see that taken out in order to get a short on here at the moment. But I think Brent's worth us keeping an eye on at the moment. Silver got a little bit of a bounce again, looking to take out yesterday's lows for a short, come back below 1881. And gold, I just think gold's going to continue to set off today. The US dollar index is looking pretty strong with this daily, got a nice candle on the daily here. So gold will be looking really to pick up some momentum to the downside. Look at that. We're closing so bearish on the week here with the gold market. Yeah, the other market we can take a look at the moment, actually, I do quite like this. That is Australian US dollar. So we had quite a big rally yesterday, which was based on really a lot of strong data coming out of China and also Australia. Now, we've got a nice inverse hammer forming here on the daily. You can see on the 4-hour as well. But the daily in particular, this nice inverse hammer looking for a rotation really back to key support here. We've got previous support, well, previous resistance, which we've got to break out from yesterday, 0.92715. And then the next key support below, you can see that yellow line. So I'm looking to take advantage of a sell short. You can see it starting to develop now. Nice inverse hammer where the prices come up just shy of resistance level. It's selling off. I think we can take advantage of that momentum. So I'm going to take a trade on Australian US dollar here for a nice short as well. So it's quite strongly correlated to the gold market. Apart from this week, we've got all that strong data coming out of the of China and also Australia. Actually, it's picking up momentum right now. This sell on the 4-hour, you can see it's just coming down, about to take out some support there as well. So I do like that actually a lot. Okay, so I'm going to go in for that. I'm just going to do a very simple trade for it to finish. Actually, we go in hours on that. It's probably easier on the hours. Okay, 92% payout, so very simple. Looking for a $4,000 payout on that. 2,800. I mean, that's pretty decent, 92%. Just looking to go short. Below price needs to finish 1 pip below 0.9302. I'm going to go for that. Fantastic. Good. So that will take us into the close of the UK session as well. Okay, good. So it's just double check. We'll go out again. US dollar index looking strong at the moment. That'll put pressure on Australian US dollar and gold and silver too. So just keep a look out for gold's not ready yet. Just need to take out yesterday's lows. Silver, yeah, wait for further confirmation to next week on those. And we'll just take a look at Brent. Brent's coming down. Just need to take out support. So 3 good trades that we can have a look at today. And we'll also have a look. We'll go on to the major news announcements as we go into next week too. So looking ahead, the week ahead, we've got these key events looking forward. We have Monday, the 2nd of June at 1:30 p.m. BST, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, the US ISM Manufacturing PMI. So the Institute of Supply Management, the ISM Non-Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, reports on the overall economic conditions of the non-manufacturing sector, including business activity, new orders, employment, and supplier deliveries. So a higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish for the US dollar, which will inversely affect gold and silver. Next Tuesday, the 3rd of June at 2:25 a.m. British Summer Time, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time, we've got the Chinese HSBC Manufacturing PMI. So that data provides an overall view of the manufacturing sector and acts as a leading indicator for the whole economy. So when the PMI is below 50, indicates manufacturing is declining, and a value above 50 indicates expansion. So China is a big buyer of gold, silver, copper, and oil, of course. So stronger than expected numbers should be taken as positive for the metals and energies, and a lower than expected number should be taken as negative. Then next Wednesday, the 4th of June, we have the ADP non-farm employment change. That's at 1:30 p.m. BST, 8:50 a.m. Eastern Time, and that is the report measuring the monthly change in non-farm private employment. So the release 2 days ahead of government data is a good indicator and predictor of the non-farm payroll report. So a higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar, and a lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. And then next Wednesday, 4th of June, we have the US crude oil inventory. So 3:30 p.m. BST, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. That data reports the number of barrels of crude oil commercial firms have in inventory. Commercial firms report those levels to the Energy Information Administration on a weekly basis. So 3:30 p.m. BST, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. That certainly should have some impact on oil markets as well. And a higher than expected reading should be taken as bearish for crude oil prices, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as bullish. Next Thursday, the 5th of June, 3:30 p.m. BST, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the US natural gas storage. So that Energy Information Administration, the EIA natural gas storage report, measures the change in the number of cubic feet of natural gas held in underground storage during the past week. That also, we see a big impact on natural gas. This week, we had a very quick sell short opportunity On that, once the announcement came out yesterday, a higher than expected reading should really be taken as bearish for natural gas, and a lower than expected reading should be taken as bullish. Next Friday, 6th of June, 1:30 p.m. BST, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we have the US non-farm payroll. So the non-farm payroll just measures the change in the number of people employed during the previous month. So it excludes the farming industry. Job creation is, of course, the foremost indicator of consumer spending, accounts for the majority of economic activity, and a higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar, and a lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish, which will also inversely affect gold and silver. That will be a big high news impact announcement next week. We'll be doing a post non-farm payroll webinar on that next week at 2:30 p.m. BST. Do make sure you join us for that. We cover all the moves that occurred over the non-farm payroll announcement. And of course, if you'd like to learn to trade commodities with the Gold and Silver Club, courses are available at our training centers and online. Okay, so you can find out more about that very easily. You can request information on the Gold and Silver Club coaching programs and live trading room. Just go to www.jointhegoldandsilverclub.com, or very simply, you can contact us either at our London, New York, or Johannesburg, or Budapest, or Hong Kong offices. So those numbers are just on the screen there for you, but easiest is probably just jointhegoldandsilverclub.com. And of course, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. You get free weekly reports on precious metals, energies, and agriculture, and for the week ahead too. So do make sure you take advantage of that, guys, as well. Okay, so with that, we've got a lot to look at for today, and especially next week, a lot of high-impact news announcements that we want to be taking advantage of, those trading opportunities. So with that, guys, I do wish you good luck with your trading today and into next week too. And we'll leave it there for today's session. If you want to get in touch, do get in touch on the details on the screen. Thanks to Binary.com and the team for putting on today's webinar. And we'll see you all on the next one. Okay, so take care, everyone. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next one next week. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.